Rising New York rapper Pop Smoke has died. He was 20 years old.
Now at 11, we're following breaking news. A rap star on the rise killed during a violent home invasion.
TMZ reporting that the case might be connected to the murder of rapper Pop Smoke.
The victim was then transported to a local hospital and pronounced dead upon arrival.
Born Bashar Baraka Jackson, Pop Smoke's meteoric rise from the gritty corners of Canarsie to international stardom was nothing short of extraordinary. He wasn't just a rapper, he was the embodiment of Brooklyn's drill sound, breathing life into tracks that shook the block. But beyond beats and rhymes, Pop Smoke's journey was fraught with challenges, secrets, and unexpected twists. From the Brooklyn streets to Hollywood Hills mansions, his story is a roller coaster of triumphs and tragedies. So what led to the tragic end of a young artist on the cusp of superstardom? Get ready to uncover the untold tale of Pop Smoke, where fame, fortune, and fate collided in a way no one saw coming. Bashar Baraka Jackson was born on a hot summer day in July of 1999 in the bustling streets of Brooklyn, New York. His parents, a Jamaican mother and Panamanian father, gave him a name meaning bringer of good news in Arabic. Little did they know how fitting this name would be. Bashar grew up in the neighborhood of Canarsie, surrounded by concrete jungles and urban decay. By the time he was 8 years old, he had already attended 9 different schools, his education constantly disrupted by moves and family troubles. At 13, he made a fatal mistake, bringing a gun to school, which landed him on house arrest for 2 years. Forced to wear an ankle monitor, his movements restricted, the only solace Bashar found was on the basketball court. His talent earned him a scholarship to a prep school in Philadelphia at 15, but just months into the program, his dreams were crushed by a diagnosis of a heart murmur. Doctors told him he could no longer play competitive basketball. Devastated, Bashar returned to Canarsie, turning back to the streets that had raised him. By 16, he was behind the wheel of a BMW, dealing to survive. But then in 2018, fate intervened. During a studio session with his friend Jake Wapo, Bashar discovered a new talent, rapping. Pop Smoke's rap career actually started on fluke. Back in 2018, he was at a studio session with his friend Jake Wapo, who fell asleep high on drugs. Pop had already paid for the session, so he decided to pick up the mic and give rapping a try for the first time ever. Pop started making remixes of popular Brooklyn drill songs by looking up beats on YouTube. One of those beats became his very first released track, NPR, a remix of Chef G's Panic Part 3. Within days, the views started rolling in. After dropping Flexin' in January 2019, Pop's career skyrocketed. He linked up with producer Rico Beats, who introduced Pop to Steven Victor of Victor Victor Worldwide. In April 2019, Pop signed to Victor's label under Universal Music Group. That same month, Pop dropped Welcome to the Party, his breakout hit that took over airwaves globally that summer. Pop quickly followed up with his newfound fame with back-to-back mixtape releases. First, Meet the Woo dropped in July 2019, then Meet the Woo 2 in February 2020. Though his life was tragically cut short, Pop's debut album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, still arrived in July 2020, cementing his legacy. Pop Smoke stands out as one of the first rappers to bridge the gap between Brooklyn and UK drill music. Though he wasn't the first New Yorker to rap over UK beats, Pop mastered the flow and brought the sound worldwide. The Brooklyn MC frequently collaborated with UK producer 808 Mello. Pop actually started rapping over 808 Mello's YouTube beats without paying. Once the tracks blew up, 808 Mello confronted Pop about payment. Turns out Pop's team never compensated the producer, but instead of just paying up, Pop flew 808 Mello out to New York to work on his debut mixtape, Meet the Woo. The pairing clearly clicked. Pop and 808 Mello went on to craft hits like Dior, Welcome to the Party, and Gaddy. Pop Smoke essentially put the UK sound on the map in Brooklyn and beyond. In a tragic turn, Pop Smoke's life was cut short just as his star was rising. On February 19, 2020, the rapper was in LA celebrating his mixtape Meet the Woo 2 and its release a few weeks prior. Pop and his friends were staying at a Hollywood mansion rented through Airbnb. Around 4:30 a.m., 4 masked men broke in, one wielding a handgun. The intruders encountered Pop and shot him twice in the torso before fleeing. Pop was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where doctors desperately tried to save him, even opening his chest during surgery, but the damage was too severe. At just 20 years old, Pop Smoke died from the gunshot wounds, eerily in the same hospital as fellow Brooklyn rap legend Biggie Smalls. He had survived the streets of New York, only to fall victim to senseless violence in LA. In the aftermath, details were murky about what transpired that fateful night. LAPD detained and interviewed witnesses at the Hollywood Hills home, but their statements proved unreliable. With no solid leads and coronavirus complicating matters, Pop's case seemed destined to go cold for a long time. Police initially eyed a gang-related motive, given Pop's Crip ties, but ruled that theory out. Their investigation only grew more challenging when Pop accidentally leaked the rental home's address online. He and his friends had posted photos flexing cash and jewelry at the house too, so robbery also loomed as a potential motive. But one thing was clear, the world had lost an irreplaceable talent. After Pop Smoke's devastating murder in February 2020, his label scrambled to finish his debut album. In May, executive Steven Victor announced the June release date and recruited 50 Cent as executive producer. Victor was initially too heartbroken to even listen to Pop's music, but 50 convinced him to push forward. The album finally arrived July 3rd, immediately shooting to #1 on the Billboard 200 with massive first-week sales. Pop made history as the first posthumous hip-hop artist to chart his debut at #1. On his 21st birthday, July 20th, the deluxe album dropped in Pop's honor. Though his life was stolen far too soon, his music lives on thanks to the tireless efforts of his label, producers, and 50 Cent to share Pop's gift with the world. After Pop Smoke's passing, his family vowed to continue his Shoot for the Stars foundation. Pop dreamed of inspiring inner-city youth to achieve greatness like him. The foundation helps underprivileged kids turn pain into success by making their dreams reality. Though Pop died prematurely, his vision lives on through his family's work. Pop left behind astounding unreleased material, around 400 songs. His label promises new projects are coming for his legions of grieving fans. Even in death, Pop Smoke's voice echoes loud through his empowering music and philanthropic mission. His legacy shines bright as a North Star guiding the next generation. Pop aimed for the moon, but his impact will be universally felt for ages to come. And that's the story of Pop Smoke's meteoric rise and devastating fall. Let me know in the comments, where were you when you first heard Pop Smoke's music? How did his story impact you? And if you learned anything new about Pop Smoke, hit that like button to show some love. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. There are so many untold stories in hip hop that need to be heard. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.